Hi guys, and welcome to another Hero of the Week. Now this week's hero, believe it or not, is Keir Starmer. Now I'm still disappointed that he hasn't taken a stronger line against Brexit. Heck, he hasn't taken a line against Brexit at all, it seems. However, I do understand that the line of thinking in the Labour Party is that Brexit is still too polarising and should be avoided. Now, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think they should attack Brexit, but I understand their position. But on issues away from Brexit, Starmer really went on the attack. This week, of course, there was the news of the tax rise in national insurance. Let's hear what Starmer had to say when he went after the Tories.
This is a government that underfunded the NHS for a decade before the pandemic. Took £8 million out of social care before the pandemic. Then wasted billions of pounds of taxpayers' money on dodgy contracts, vanity projects and giveaways to their mates. They cut stamp duty on second homeowners, super tax deductions for the biggest companies, and now they're telling millions of working people that they must cough up more tax. Isn't this the same old Tory party, always putting their rich mates and donors before working people?
Well said. I agree 100%. Now you can see how Starmer is attacking them, not so much Boris Johnson. Here I believe what he's trying to do is he's trying to paint all the Tories with the same brush. And this is a clever tactic. Johnson will eventually be removed. I don't know when, and why he hasn't been so far is mind-boggling. 140,000 people dead, Brexit an absolute shambles. And we're seeing just a minor dent in his support. He should have resigned ages ago in disgrace, but he hasn't. Now, it makes sense not to allow the next Tory leader to distance themselves from Boris Johnson's policies, because that's what they'll try and do. Now, I think Keir Starmer here is trying to play the long game, suggesting that, these are the people who are implementing these policies, not so much Boris Johnson. This tax rise is extremely unpopular. So it's right for Starmer to take a stand, plant a flag against it. The public will thank him for that, because I've seen commentators on the right, both in traditional media and in new media, coming out against this policy. They're deeply against it, which is a positive thing, which is going to be bad for Boris Johnson, because it will mean that he's losing support. Will it kick the Tories out over this? I don't know. As I said, with the pandemic, I thought Boris Johnson was going to be booted out. He's handling an absolute disgrace. He didn't lose support. Brexit, an absolute shambles. He hasn't really lost much support. At what stage will people decide enough is enough? I'm starting to think when toilet roll runs out, or maybe when petrol runs out in petrol stations, then the people will turn on Boris Johnson. But up to that stage, I think he's still going to have a huge amount of support. And unfortunately, I don't think this tax rise is going to really affect him. So Keir Starmer is Hero of the Week. Agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.